Hello everybody, my name's Jonathan and welcome to Bearly Unboxed. We are back with a Monster High video. I was so excited to find these new Monster High Buried Secrets dolls at my local Walmart. They had a case of them with, I think, like a couple missing, but there was a second case when I went back a week or two later. I think it was a week later. Originally, I could not figure out who was in these. There's no way to figure it out until you know if someone has opened it and told you which one is in it, because you can see a little bit of the artwork right here. It's really it's kind of difficult to see on camera because of the wrapper. So when I take the wrapper off, I'll try to show it a little better. But this is sort of like a similar color to what the whole packaging looks like, this like teal color. And I thought maybe that would be Ghoulia, because I really want to pick up this Ghoulia. And the Frankie I wouldn't mind getting too, but the other two, Claudine and Torlai, I'm not too keen on getting those two. I probably won't bother. But I did look it up, and someone on Reddit had bought all four of them that had a different artwork showing through here. And they showed, like in their car, they opened them and showed off which ones are inside. So I was able to go back and get this one, which does have pink kind of on the inside with a little bit of like white kind of like on the edge, like a more of a pink and a purple actually. And apparently this is Ghoulia. Now, this one, I think I know who it is, but I'm going to let it be a surprise for all of you. And I know for a fact this one is Ghoulia. And then we also have the new Skulltimate Secrets Lagoona. And these are the Gore-geous Oasis, or Destination Gore-geous Oasis. And these come in a completely new type of Skulltimate Secrets case. It even has a handle on the top, and it's supposed to look like a suitcase. They even apparently get their own little suitcase. And I love this artwork. This is Darko Dark that does all the artwork for Monster High these days. So there's also a Draculaura in this line, and a new Jennifer Long, and I really love this doll. And if you see my intro image for all my videos, you'll notice that she is in that, and she will be in a future video. But I wanted to focus more on Lagoona today and these new Buried Secrets, because I'm really excited to see what the new Ghoulia looks like. So I think we're going to start. What are we going to start with? Should we start with Lagoona? I think we should start with Lagoona. I'm wearing my Lagoona shirt, G1 Lagoona, where she actually is blue. Lagoona Blue is blue. I think I've said this at least once or twice, maybe 3 times, but I really want to customize a G3 Lagoona to be blue, because she does have the blue legs. So I think it would be fairly easy as long as you can get the color correction using pastels. That's usually the way to do it. So I have never opened one of these new cases. So Skulltimate Secrets have been coming in these, blind box kind of packaging. The second version of these, you could sort of see the doll through the front, which I thought was really nice. This, you can't see anything at all. It just has artwork on the side, and I love the palm trees have coconuts that look like the Monster High Skullette without the bow, I think. Or maybe it does have the bow. That one kind of looks like it has a bow, but I don't think it is. I love the spider web umbrellas and the windows. And then it just says Monster High Skulltimate Secrets on the side. And then it says Destination Gore-geous Oasis. My camera today is being ornery and not wanting to focus. So I apologize if at any time it is out of focus. I will try to keep it in focus. So I'm just going to cut the tape on the sides of this. And I think, is that how this opens? I kind of want to keep, yeah. So it just opens, the cardboard just pops out. There's little tabs. I want to keep this artwork right here, so I don't want to rip that. I think we got to put the handle down to pull this out. Oh, and before I forget, here is the barcode, and I did pick this up specifically at Target. I even got it during one of their toy sales that they've been having recently. This is the time of year when Target and other stores will be having sales on toys because it's getting close to Christmas. This is really cute. So the key is right here. So we actually got a key this time. I don't know if you saw one of my previous videos, but I didn't get the key for, I think it was for Venus. I think it was Venus that I didn't, one of the Skulltimate secrets. The case is really cute. It has the Monster High name and the logos here, and then it has the skelett for Laguna Blue. This is like cardboard, I think. It has her monster heart. It has some other things. It has her name. This is really, really cool. It even has the palm tree with the skull coconuts. And then it has like kind of spiderweb detail. And on the back, it shows like a photograph of Laguna holding the key, which I think is interesting because this key is way too big for her to hold. Although that's a pretty big key. So maybe that is in scale. That's pretty funny. So this is the new case. There's absolutely no instructions. I think it's very self-explanatory this time. We don't have any, like, doesn't look like we have any gimmicks. The first few ways of these were color reveal, and you would have to reveal the colors of the keys and open each door. And people really didn't do that. A lot of times they just used the key and opened all the doors because it worked. And then the second version of these was like that kind of castle, or not castle, but cemetery gate kind of wardrobe looking case, which I really loved. And those came with a key, and you would use it to like look at secret images on the pamphlet that came with it. But this doesn't have a pamphlet. It just has the key. So let's put this here and I'll show you the key up close. It does have like a little question mark on it, and it is on both sides, and then it has a little ring on it, which is kind of neat. And I like that you can just put the key right in the front, and then you can just get it to open it up. That is great. They didn't have anywhere to store the keys on previous versions of these. So, oops. So, like, if this version of a case going forward will probably get a few other waves of these. I think each case has definitely had at least 3 waves. The first case has had, I think, even more than that. All right, so that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and open this. Oh, this is kind of neat. It has like a little lock on the side, and it has it says MH for Monster High, and then it's got numbers 213. So that's interesting. All right, so we're going to go ahead and open this, and I will reveal this on camera. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready for this? Oh, there she is. Okay. Wow, okay. This is amazing. There's a bunch of artwork right here, and it has the 3 dolls in the series, which is really, really cute. And it looks like they're looking through like a hole that's shaped like a heart, like in a cave or something. Oh, and it has them all down here holding their fans because they do come with a little fan. It shows sunglasses, and then right here it shows, I think, most of the accessories that you get with this doll, that's really neat. She's really pretty. Okay, let me look at her. Oh, and it says "Wish you were here" right here. I love that. Oh my gosh, she is really gorgeous. Her face up is beautiful. Her scales on her forehead, I'll show you on camera when I get her out of here, are iridescent. Oh my god, she's so cute. Okay. All right, so let me get her out of here. And luckily, it looks like all of the ties are in the back here, so I can just cut those, and then we can pull her out. All right, let me do that, and then we will take a closer look at her and open up her accessories. All right, we got her out, but before we look at her, I wanted to just point out the background that's behind her. Look at this gorgeous backdrop. It's like she's in a resort looking out her window at the pool, and there's a full moon, and there's even bats, and there's jellyfish. There's so much detail to this, and it shows some of her items that you get in here. This is really, really cool. There's tentacles out in the pool. And there's some things around the edge, but nothing interesting. So really it's just there for design. So we're going to put that in the back. I'm going to move these kind of off camera because I would like to do this. There we go. Okay. So you do get a lot of accessories and things, and there is a paper, but it's on the inside. So you do still get the paper, and it looks like it is specific to the doll that you get, because that is definitely Lagoona. It even has the artwork from the case. Looks like you use the key to open other things too. Oh, that's cool. There's a tiny key, it looks like. Okay. And then it shows even more on the back. All the different steps. What's funny is it shows you the steps that you're supposed to do before you can even get to the paper. That is so funny. Okay. All right, so I'm not going to look at this too much. I want to experience it all. Okay. The doll. I have her on one of my doll stands. I will put a link to these like I usually do in the iCards and the description. And those are just from Amazon, and they work so well for Monster High dolls. I think it's almost like they're made for Monster High dolls. All right, so here she is. Look at the iridescence to her scales on her forehead. I love this new scale pattern. Her face is so pretty, but her lips are actually printed higher. And that is really interesting because that same thing happened. And I have her right here. With this Lagoona, you can see her lips are a lot higher as well. I wonder what that's about. I wonder if that's just a design choice. That's weird to me. I don't know why they're like that. She looks fine from the front though. I think I'll be fine with it. I'll just eventually maybe I'll redo her lips, but I think they're actually in the right spot. I think it's just the mold does not kind of fit with the way that they wanted to paint them. But this is her beautiful face, and she does come with earrings that look like an anchor and sort of like what is that? Like pearls or like a gate or something, and it has the skelet on it. And then she has this really pretty iridescent foiled top, and it has like seaweed and seashells and pearls and flowers and things. And then she has this really cute skirt And it does both pieces Velcro in the back. So these are separate, which is great. And then her underneath her skirt, and I think it's sewn as part of the skirt, is this black part. I think that's sewn in as part of this. It's kind of like, because this is iridescent. See, so the black kind of gives it a background. And then she has these new scales on her knees, which look really cool, and they match the blue of her legs, which I think is a really cool idea. I like the scales on the knees. I think that is a perfect addition for her. Her hair is really nice. It's soft, and I think it's saran. I don't think this is poly, and she has a part line. And right out of box, her hair looks really good. It just needs like trimmed up maybe a little bit along the edge, but it's like got a wave to it. Yeah, I love this hair color for her. It's mostly blue, and then it has a little bit of blonde on the top that goes down each side. And she has the upper chest articulation as well. So she's a fully articulated doll. She has saran hair. That is unheard of for the Skulltimate Secrets. I am very impressed. We haven't even got to any of her accessories, and she's already like my favorite Lagoona in my collection. I can't wait to see the rest of her outfit. All right, so let's put her back on this stand, and we'll put her right here. This stand is unfortunately a little bent, but there we go. She's so pretty. Oh my gosh. I love the little freckles, and she has little stars on her face. Okay. So here are her blind bags. There's 2 of them, and they have like a slightly different color to each one, is kind of the opposite of the other. So that's really interesting. So let's go ahead and we'll open this one. This one feels like it has less than the other one. Okay, so in here we have a hanger that comes in a like teal blue. It's really pretty. And it has a skeleton on the one side. That's cute. And then what is this? Okay, this I think goes on her suitcase. This is like a little tag, and it looks like a locker, and it says 013, and I think this goes around here. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on. If it doesn't go on here, we'll change it later. But that is really cute. This case is also really pretty, and we'll take a better look at it once we get to the part where we find a key to open it. Apparently, there's going to be a small key somewhere inside. Oh, there is so much in here, actually. I don't like the plastic bags, but I guess it does help protect the items, but I'd rather it just be paper. So we actually got 2 hangers. So there are 2 of the teal hangers. I don't know if there's a place to hang these. It doesn't really look like there's a place, like the other lockers had places to hang them, but we'll see. Let me see what this is. This looks like it goes over top of her outfit. This is really pretty. It has like a printed on detail. It's very cool. I love this. So that piece, I think, goes up on her chest. Let me look and see if this shows how that works. Yeah, it doesn't really show you doing that in the instructions, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And then this is her little fan. I'm going to cut this. Okay, this is really pretty. So here is her little fan. It has a seashell on it, and it is printed on this side, but the other side is blank. But you can see all the detail that is molded into that. It's really, really cool. And it has like tentacles around it, like from like an octopus. Okay, and then this last item in here, it looks like her sunglasses. If I can get it out of here. And these have paint detail. I think the reason all of these were packaged in plastic is because they all have paint detail on them. This has like silver detail, and those are really pretty. Let's try putting these on her. All right, I had a little trouble getting those sunglasses to go on her face properly. But that's what those look like. I don't know if I'm really a fan of those. They look kind of weird. There's so much going on. Maybe if they didn't have the paint detail and it was just translucent. But they kind of hide her beautiful eye makeup. All right. So that was, I think, all that was in that package. So let's find out what is in this one. Okay, so I see there's a lot in here. Let's just dump it all out. Okay, so here is a tiny little key that's blue, like a teal. It's really pretty. I love the color scheme for this set. And then there's this. I don't know what this is. Oh, they look like little things to put the hangers on. Oh, I think I see. I see how those work. Does it show you in here? Okay, it does. So these little pink items are little shelves with a hook, and then you can see they have like a little spot where they can slot in somewhere, and they even have a skelette. And these you put like that, and you can hang them on. There's 4 hooks all around this that you can put them on. And I think we'll put one up there and one down here. And that is what that looks like. That is really cool. I don't know if I like that one hiding the treasure chest. I might move that. I might move that up, actually. I think I will. All right. Let's see. Does this look better? Yeah, I think that looks better. It looks more cohesive that way. All right, so we'll put that back here. And then these hangers, you can hang on these like that. That's really cool. I really like that. And then there's also a pair of shoes. And they're silver and have so much detail to them. There's like, it almost looks like a little scene going on here. It kind of looks like a pyramid. I don't know. That's actually really cool. And then let's see what it looks like on this one. It looks like it's the same design. They do have skelettes on the bottom. That is really cool. Okay, let's put these shoes on her now. Because she definitely needs some shoes. A lot of times these dolls are packed with a pair of shoes on, and then you get a second pair to put on them for their other outfit. So there's what those look like. I really like those. I like that her little toe goes into the little spot at the bottom. That's cute. Okay. Put her on the stand with her shoes. There we go. That looks cute. And then there's a handbag, and this looks really pretty because it's painted. You know it's painted if it's in a plastic bag. That seems to be the thing. So here is this. That is really pretty the way they did that. That pastel gradient. Oh, that is so cool. And it is slightly different on one side than the other. I love that. Let's give that to her. And it has like a pearl handle. That looks really cute. I love the pastel colors for her so much. Okay. Now, let's take this rubber band off. Which that's not a bad rubber band. I might save that for a hairband for dolls. So the key has like a little heart, and then the lock is a little heart. And so you just put that in there. Oh, it doesn't actually unlock it. It's just for fun. And inside here you have even more accessories. There's another outfit in here. Oh, and there's another key. That is so cool. And there's a piece of fabric that looks like it came off of this piece. So hopefully that's okay. All right, this is the inside of the case. It's very cool. It has like faux zipper pouches. It has the logo. I love that. That is so cute. The handle does not go up and down, even though like I feel like it should. But there is her suitcase. Very cute. Now, before we open up the backpack with that key, let's look at her second outfit. So there is this bandana, and it has a Velcro closure on it. That is really cool. It has like anchors and seashells and a pearl. I love that. And and tentacles, of course. And then we have this like top, which I think this is a top, and it looks very stretchy. It looks like it's a kind of a shrug, and it's it's really cool. It looks like it has elastic, and you just put it over her arms. We'll try that in a second. And we get another skirt, and this one sort of has kind of an Asian flair to it. I love this pattern. It's so pretty. This is really gorgeous. And it doesn't feel too bad either. And then for this second outfit, there's also a pair of shoes, which do have some paint detail on them, so that's why it's in a plastic bag. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, these are really cool. They have like a pink painted, or I guess it does look like a light pink painted pearl finish on that. And then it has like these really cool heels. I love these. These are actually really cool. All right. And then before we put that outfit on her, I want to see what goes or what is in here. So here is this. It's like a little suitcase that has little faux wheels. And then you put the key in. And then you can pull this open. And it has, looks like jewelry in here, or a belt. Okay, so that's all that was in that, was a belt. I think that's a belt. It has an L on it for Lagoona, and then a little flower, a little anchor. That is really cool. Oh, and it has 2 closures on it. So you can actually make it really small. I don't know why you would do that. Maybe for a necklace or something? I don't know. Maybe you could wear that as like a necklace on the doll. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they intend for that. Let's see if it shows anything. They show it as a belt in this illustration, and they show her wearing that little shell. That's pretty cool. Oh, and it looks like... let me take the keys off of these. This has little clips, so you can clip it to the top of the luggage. That is really cool. And I just noticed the handle on this kind of looks like Asian influenced, which is really cool. There's like a very, I think it's like Jennifer Long took Dracula and Lagoona on vacation to her home. That's kind of what it feels like to me. All right, so let's try this out. There's multiple ways that you can style this doll, of course. There is what she looks like with that piece on. I am going to remove the glasses because I am not a fan. I want to see her beautiful face. That is really pretty. I like that. All right, so now let's try on her second outfit. I'm going to take off this, but I'm going to leave that top on because she only technically has one fabric top. And then I want to put the shrug over it. Her fins on her legs sometimes can get in the way of dressing her, and they will be removable if you need to remove them to dress her, and then you can put them back in once you get her clothes on, or if she's wearing pants, you can just leave them off. Okay, so there's the second skirt. Don't think I'm a fan of the color against her skin tone because it's too similar. I don't know. We'll see. And then there's these different shoes. So there is the second pair of shoes. I don't think I like these as much as the silver ones, mainly because of this. This is just like, it looks a little weird. Yeah, it looks a little weird. I straightened it out a bit, but I guess the second look gives her more of her pink kind of feel. I guess you could put this over top, and then it's a little more cohesive with the pink. And then she does have this. Let's try to put that on. And for that, we will need to remove her hands because she does have the removable hands. And, you know, I didn't go over all her articulation, but she does have that, like I said, that upper chest articulation. Her head can tilt and rotate. She has the shoulder joint, the elbow joint, the wrist. She can sit really well. And she has the knee joints, and they spin and go up and down. So, I mean, she's a fully articulated Lagoona. I think she might be my new favorite Lagoona that I own because she's just too pretty. I wasn't a big fan of her core refresh doll. With the pants. I still think that she has a cute face and everything, but this one's face is so unique, and I think this is how they're going to start doing her face going forward with these like iridescent scales. I think I put this jacket on upside down. Yeah, I totally put it on upside down. So there she is with her little shrug on, which is really cute. I have to say, this outfit is probably one of the best Skulltimate Secrets outfits that I've seen in a long time. I think I like this skirt better. But then she also has this, like, bandana, which I don't know if it's supposed to go around her head. I think it is. Let me try this. Oh yeah. I think I've seen other people review this, or at least share pictures online, and they showed her with the bandana over her head. And it doesn't really lay very well, but I think after time it would. But yeah, that is really cute. That's really cute. And then we need to put her belt on as well. I almost forgot the belt. All right, and there she is with her second outfit on. That is really, really cute. I actually am more of a fan of it now that I've seen it all together. So I am going to put her on the stand, and she'll hang out with us for the rest of the video like that. She also can hold the fan, which I forgot to show. Her one hand actually has some, like a mark on it, but I can probably remove that with some acetone. It's just weird seeing that. So there she is. She has her fan. And then we'll give her her purse on her other arm. There we go. She's so pretty. I think she's the prettiest Lagoona in my collection now. All right, and then she has her suitcase 'cause she's going on her little trip. Very, very cool. All right, and then obviously you can hang like the skirt on these hangers, but you cannot close this with the hangers on that, I don't think. But you can also put her boots on the little shelf like that. And you can hang the key, well, not that key, because that's the key that goes on the outside, but you can hang the keys on this. That's cool. And you can put her sunglasses in here. And then we'll just put the skirt in here, and then we'll close this up. And we put the key back. And there we go. There she's ready to go on her trip. Yeah, she's super, super pretty. Okay. So now that we looked at her, I'm very excited to look at these. So I think we will start with the one that I thought was going to be Ghoulia. So here's the barcode for these. Like I said, I found this at Walmart. It's the only store I think people have been seeing these at. And you can get Ghoulia, Toralei, Claudine, and Frankie. And I've seen pictures of this Frankie, and she has like a really dark lip, and I think that looks really good for Frankie. And that's probably the one that I definitely want to get. So this, you open it, and then this comes off, and you can see a little bit in there. It's kind of dark. And then, okay, this is a cool looking color. I like this color. Now, you used to be able to look under here without opening the package to see who you got, and they don't do that anymore because it's down here. So it looks like we got Claudine because it has the moon and it's purple. And yep, and then there's a trophy with moons on it. And then a racket, and it has wolf ears and has a C for Claudine. So I didn't really want Claudine, but we'll still take a look at her. She might end up, I might end up falling in love with her anyway. So then you just open the rest of these flaps, and this comes out. Mine's falling apart a bit. I don't usually keep these. I cut out this little piece of artwork and then throw the rest in the recycle. Oh, this is neat. It it has little logos for all the characters that are sports related. It looks like a tennis ball, but it's Claudine's moons, and then there's Frankie with the bolts and lightning, Toralei with the cat tail and cat ears, and then Ghoulia, and hers has like slime on it. All right, so are we ready to see what Claudine looks like. Oh, that's really pretty with the light through it. And there she is. Oh, she's actually really cute. Wow, her face is really nice. She has like the side eye. Okay. All right, I'm into her. Yes, I am totally into her. Okay, so there are blind packages. That's very popular with a lot of kids, I think, is opening up blind packages. I know I like that kind of stuff too. So there's what she looks like. Very simple one-piece outfit, it looks like, but that's okay. Let me go ahead and get her out of here. All right, so she does have very flat hair in the back. Look at how flat that is. So that's going to need some zhuzhing up. Unfortunately, she does have polypropylene hair, but that's to be expected with these budget dolls. And they have very limited articulation. She does have the head tilt and turn. The shoulder, the wrist, and the hands are removable, and then she can sit. But that is it. There's no knee articulation or elbow. These would honestly be so much better if they had the elbow and the knee. I realize the price would go up probably, but I feel like it would be worth it. The polypropylene hair doesn't help too, but you know, it works for her. Look at how pretty her face is. She has purple earrings and purple and pink in her hair. This face is so pretty. So I'm actually kind of glad that I got Claudine. I don't have a lot of Claudine dolls in my collection, so I think I'm okay with this. But yeah, so she does have the one-piece outfit in the back. I do have a doll stand to put her on until we get all her pieces out. But I do want to show off this packaging because there's a lot of stuff going on. I just need to clear off some space. There's stuff on the side. We have Claudine right there, and it shows like play-by-play scenes, like she's being recorded playing tennis. And there's that. Oh, that's cool. It has Draculaura and Claude up here on the top, on this side. And then on this side, it has Venus and Caddy. And they're like cheering them on. And then it has the moon. And the score is 13 versus 13. That is really cute. Oh, and it shows like her accessories on the side over here. And her shoes. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Put that here. And then these are the blind bags. You get 3 of them. And they have this same logo that you saw on the outside of the box when you're revealing the doll. So it looks like this is her racket. Oh wow, this is actually made really well. That's actually really well made. I wasn't expecting it to have like the whole like screen like wiring like that. And it has a handle for her to hold. There is also a little notch here, and I think that's because there's a ball, and it must be in one of the other bags. So I think there's a tennis ball, because Barbie tennis rackets that are also made by Mattel have a little thing for the ball to go on like that too. Okay, oh yeah, here it is. Here's the ball, and it's just a yellow tennis ball. It's really hard to show that off, but I think it has moon on it. And then this has a little hole in it, and then you can put it on the racket. And there's that with the ball on it. That's really cool. I like that. All right, and then here are her shoes, and I love these. These are just a pair of like tennis shoes, and they even have painted laces. I wasn't expecting a paint detail on a budget doll accessory. And then it has a C on one, and what is the other one? It looks like, I actually don't know what that is. I have no idea what that symbol is. Oh, it's a tennis ball. And then she has leg warmers, but they are not fabric. They are plastic. And I don't know how I feel about these. Like, they really could have given you some just normal cloth leg warmers because they've done them before. In fact, you know, like if you were going to restyle this doll, you could totally give her like actual cloth leg warmers from another doll. But here is what that looks like. So not the best. These almost look like chef hats on her legs, and I think that looks really, really kind of weird. Not really a fan of that. But it is cute looking from a distance. Like I could see that. That's cute. And then she can hold her racket. Let's see. These dolls have really rubbery hands. So there she can hold her racket. That's cute. All right, and we have one left to open. And this just has, it looks like her visor. And this visor is so neon and it has teeth. That is so cool. All right, so let's put her visor on her. That looks really cute. Okay, I was skeptical about these sport ones because I'm not a big sports fan. I don't really watch sports, but this is really cute. Look at that. Look at how cute that is. I'm honestly I'm impressed. I'm impressed how adorable that is. All right, so we're gonna kind of move things around a bit to make room for Ghoulia coming in. All right, so now we gotta unbox Ghoulia. She has the same barcode, I think. No, that would be on the other thing. Yeah, so they all have the same barcode, so you have no idea. It's blind packaging. But like I said, hers has a different color peeking through. So if you want Claudine, you're looking specifically for this little blue section is showing through. Right here. That's what you can see when the box is on the shelf. And then I'll show you what it is for Ghoulia once we get her out of here. Which I think this is Ghoulia, so let's find out. That looks like slime dripping, so I would assume that's Ghoulia. And her trophy also has slime dripping. Yep, it has a G on the racket for Ghoulia. And then the last thing is a tennis ball with goo on it. Oh, I hope the tennis ball actually does have goo on it. That would be great. I don't know if it will. It'll probably just be the same tennis ball that she has. And you know, I totally forgot to show the sides of the box have a quote that also gives you a hint as to who's inside. So this would have been Claudine's. Once when Claudine Wolf was really in the zone, she invented a play called the backhanded claw. What does it say? Claw shot. And then this one says, camera, come on. This werewolf's secret for hitting the ball every time she wears a visor to shield her razor-sharp vision from the sun. All right, and then for Ghoulia, this zombie's secret move on the court, the slow motion serve. When she uses it, her aim is always gravely accurate. And then it says, leg warmers help Ghoulia yelps feel light on her feet. Plus, it doesn't hurt that they are in her favorite color, scary cherry pink. All right, so are we ready to reveal Ghoulia? Camera, pay attention here. And there she is. She looks so gorgeous. And her lips are printed really well, too. I'm looking at that now that how are Claudine's? Hers are perfect, too. It's just my luck with Lagoona, apparently. Her lips are just... Maybe it's because they give her a smile, and that's what it is. All right, so let's get these out. And there's what she looks like, and she has cherries on her outfits. Because I think the whole thing with her is that she likes cherries or something. I think cherries were a big theme for her. Especially in G1. All right, so let's get her out of here. All right, so here is Ghoulia right out of her packaging. She is really pretty. Oh my gosh, this face. It's so well done. And her eyes are so pretty. And she even has glasses. So that's really cool. They're kind of, I think, attached to her head. So I'm just going to leave them there for the moment, but I will put them on her at some point. And she even has earrings, too. And they're like little worms. That is really, really cool. And then, of course, she has the one-piece outfit. I like hers. It has a collar on it. I like that. I like that collar. Her hair's really pretty. It has green streaks and a pink streak. I think my camera is just having a hard time focusing because of Lagoona being so beautiful. I don't blame it. All right, so before we look more at her, here is her box. And it shows her stuff here. This backpack, I think, is her backpack and her phone from her core doll, which I do have here. I wanted to kind of compare the faces. And then up here we have, it's like Spectra. Is that Spectra? Oh no, that's Twyla. Yeah. Spectra, I think, is over here, though. So that's Twyla and Lagoona, like, rooting her on. The score is 13-13. And then up here we have, I think, Spectra and... Is that... I think that... I can't remember her name, but it's, I think, Claudine's sister, who's also a wolf, maybe? I thought that might be Toralei, but... If you know who that is, leave a comment down below and let me know, because I am not sure. All right, so I got her a stand. We can put her on while we look at everything. I really love this Ghoulia. I really, really wanted this Ghoulia as soon as I saw it, because her face, to me, looks so much better than her original, which I do have her original here, and their glasses are even slightly different. But there's the original, and let me take her glasses off so you can kind of see the difference. Look at the difference in these faces. Like, I definitely like this new one better, and I like the hair color so much better. And the way the eyes are done and everything. She has a different face. Her face is a little fuller. I might have to... See, this one has saran hair. And it's just like... I love that. I love that it has saran hair. I feel like I want to, head swap. But that one has saran hair, and I feel like I can't do that to it. What I might end up doing someday is rerouting this one with saran or nylon, and then doing a body swap or something. I do have another Ghoulia from Skulltimate Secrets, the glow-in-the-dark wave. I think it was Neon Frights. I think that's right. All right, so we're opening these up a little different than the other one. So we got the ball. It looks exactly like Claudine's, so we don't really need to take a look at that. But here are Ghoulia's shoes, and hers are also painted. And it has a G on the bottom. Very cool. Green shoelaces. And then she has the pink leg warmers. Let's go ahead and put those on. I really like her shoes because they're like high tops. And I think the leg warmers will work better. But yeah, they look a little better to me. They kind of like go down over the high tops a bit. So there we go. I like that. That looks good. My camera is giving me the warning that I'm running out of room, so I need to finish recording this. So she comes with a ball cap that has slime and brains on the pattern and green rackets, which that is really cool. I like that. All right, I am going to have to remove her glasses to even get her hat on. She has some plastic fasteners in her hair I'm going to have to cut out later when I have more time because they were holding in the elastic that the glasses were on. Oh, she looks so cute with the glasses on. Look at that. Wow. Okay. And then let's give her her hat. Okay. The hat looks a little big on her, but that's okay. It's still cute. And then we have her racket. Oh, and her racket is green with the G on it. And it has slime dripping on the handle. That is really cool. And then we put the ball on it like that. And then we give her her racket. It's hard to get her to hold the racket because it has slime dripping in the handle. But we got it. Okay. Well, it fell off. Let me try that again. And there is Ghoulia. She looks really cute. I love her color palette with the really blue, teal, like, I don't know what color blue you would call that. It's more of like a, not really teal, but sort of, I don't know, aqua. So there you have it. There is the dolls that we looked at today, along with Lagoona. And you're going to have to let me know in the comments who was your favorite from today. Are you going to pick up any of these? Make sure to stay tuned because I am going to do another video with Jennifer Long's Skulltimate Secrets Gore-geous Oasis. So look for that in the near future. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and like the video if you liked it, and hype it if you can. And also when you subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you'll get notified every time I put up a video. So I hope you enjoyed this. Take care out there. I love you guys. Bye. A special shout out to all my members. Thank you guys so much. Also, thank you to all my subscribers, new and old. Without you, these videos would not be possible. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.